Hello and welcome to today's webinar. We are absolutely thrilled to have you join us. My name is Farhan Mehdi and I'm a business consultant at Black Swan Business Setup Services. We are one of the most leading CSP in UAE. Our core business is the company formation. We also offer various wide range of complementary services, including residency, golden visas, personal and corporate bank account assistance, compliances support, trademark registration, as well as accounting bookkeeping solutions. Hosting along with me today we have my colleague Mr. Satyansh Chauhan, another experienced business consultant specialist. Together, we both are based in Black Swan's Dubai office. We have helped countless clients successfully set up businesses not only in UAE but also in Saudi Arabia and all the GCC countries. More about our company. Our company is based, our head office is based in Dubai, but we have our branches in Oman, Saudi Arabia, and also in India. We have helped more than 6,000 clients setting up their companies in Middle East. And today in this webinar, we are going to explore everything you need to know about setting up a business in Bahrain. So, Satyansh, my
Yeah.
question would be, what are the key advantages of registering a company in Bahrain?
All right. So first of all, Farhan, thank you so much for giving such a wonderful introduction about the company and about us as well. So hi everyone, my name is Satyansh and I'm also a business consultant at Black Swan. So today this is a very important topic about Bahrain because we are getting a lot of queries about Bahrain incorporation, and that is why we thought of giving you a good live session on Bahrain so that most of your doubts could be cleared, and we can also help you out in setting up in Bahrain. So first thing is Farhan, for setting up a company in Bahrain. See, Bahrain, we have to understand the market first. Bahrain is one of the most growing market in terms of the GCC countries nowadays. If you see, if you compare it to the other GCC regions, for example, Dubai. So Dubai is saturated these days, and people are shifting from Dubai to Bahrain because there are a lot of advantages if you set up a company in Bahrain. Now, to tell you this in detail, so first we will talk about the regulatory environment in Bahrain. So see, Bahrain, when people think about Bahrain, they think that it would be a very regulated environment. There would be good laws, good laws which will not help them in that manner to regulate onto the business. But it's nothing like that. Bahrain is a very friendly, has a very friendly regulations with clear frameworks, and it's a very good market for specifically for the SMEs. Now, if you talk about, so there's one more important fact that I want to tell you. I think most of the viewers would not be knowing this. So Bahrain has, it was the first place where the financial hub and the banking solution started in the GCC. Uh, in all the GCC region. Okay, so it has both the conventional banking and the Islamic banking. So investors have this flexibility to choose between both of these. Now, in terms of the costing, if I can tell you, the costing is also very competitive. If you compare it with Saudi, which is very close to Bahrain, if you compare it with Saudi, Saudi has a much more cost as compared to Bahrain, setting up a company in Bahrain. And this is also a factor of setting up a company in Bahrain because many of our clients wants to trade to Saudi, and because Bahrain, location wise, Bahrain has King Fahd Causeway connectivity, so that is why it gives them the flexibility of doing the business with Saudi at a very ease. Okay, and there are other factors as well. So for example, if I can talk about the compliance part, now there's no corporate tax in Bahrain. That is the beauty of Bahrain. So most of the investors are looking to save taxes across the GCC. So Bahrain is one of their best option that they can go for because there is no corporate tax there, right? There is only value added tax, which is bare minimum of 10%, and there is no corporate tax, no personal tax, no withholding tax, no capital tax, nothing like that is there. 100% of repatriation of capital and profits can be done from Bahrain. These are also one of the most important factors while deciding to set up a company in Bahrain, and they have all the sectors available there. So if you talk about either go for a logistic company or for a IT companies, or for any other trading companies, they have all kinds of solutions for all the licenses. So you can set up a company there very very easily, right?
Sure. And is there any difference between a trading company incorporation and a service company incorporation in Bahrain?
Yes. So what we can do is we can first discuss about the structures that is there, okay, in Bahrain to
Sure.
set up a company, and then we can discuss about what exactly are the difference between a trading company and a
Sure,
service
sure.
company, right? So in terms of the structures, see there are majorly four structures which is most common and most famous in Bahrain. Okay, the first one is WLL, which is called as with limited liability company. Now, this is basically a LLC company. That's it's basically a limited liability company, which is called as a WLL company in Bahrain. Now, this means that the liability actually falls on the company, not on the investors. So this is one of the most common option which people go for. Apart from that, if you are a single person and you want to open a sole proprietor company, that is also possible. You can open a single person company which is called as sole proprietor company there. Then you have an option to go for a branch or a subsidiary. Now branch or a subsidiary is also an option wherein let's say you have a parent company in UK, US, or in anywhere in the Gulf, let's say in Dubai, and you want to open a branch or a subsidiary, that is also an option which you can go for. And the most uh, complicated part is that there is one more structure called as joint stock company, which has a lot of regulations, but that is also an option which the client can go for if they want to open a joint stock company. Okay, now these are the
Okay.
major four options which are most common, which I have seen most common in Bahrain. Usually people go with a WLL company or a SPC company, or a branch or a subsidiary.
Okay. And since you spoke about WLL, like, is there any minimum and maximum criteria on how many shareholders can be in this structure?
Absolutely, yeah. So talking about the WLL, minimum partner or a shareholder can be one person. Okay, a single person, if he do not want to open a sole proprietor company, if he wants to have a WLL company, that is also possible. He can do it. Otherwise, maximum can be 50, not more than 50. So Bahrain, this is also an advantage wherein Bahrain gives you this flexibility to having 50 partners in the company, 50 shareholders in the company at one go. So let's say we both are opening a company together and you do not want to have a residency there, we can still become a shareholder in the company. Let's say I can become a I can take the residency there, I can stay there, and I can regulate on the company, and you can become a mere shareholder in the company, and you can uh, have the profits, okay, divided among both of us. Yeah.
Sure, sure. And are there any industries which are typically considered as reserved business activities in Bahrain that restricts any foreign ownership?
See, so now this is the point wherein we discuss about the difference between a trading and a service company.
Service
If you
based.
talk about a trading company, see, trading company 100% foreign ownership is not possible. It's 99% foreign ownership and 1% local ownership. This means that 1% local has to be added in the company for a trading based company. Okay, now the question is, will this local will be having the profit sharing basis, or will it be only be on the license, on the papers, right? So this to answer this, like to tell you the best part is, even if you're having 1% local added in the company, it's only on the papers, it's only on the MOA. Okay, and there is no profit sharing with the locals. The regulations are made in that way, so we have to add local, but 99% can be have by the foreign investor only. Okay, in terms
Sure.
of the service company, now service company, you talk about any service company, let's say IT segment or e-commerce or any specific activity, you get 100% foreign ownership. So service company do not have any uh, local added in the license. Only for the trading part, yes, you have to add a local in the license.
Okay. And can you please explain us what are the steps involved in registering a company in Bahrain with 100% foreign ownership?
Right. So let's say you want to open a company. Let's say you want to open a trading or a service based company in Bahrain. Okay, so the first thing is after you provide us the document. So documents are very simple. Let's say you want to open a new company there. You do not want to open a branch or a subsidiary. Then in that case, we will be requiring your the investor's passport copy. Okay, both front and back side in a PDF format. Number second would be their photographs with white background. Okay, passport size photograph. And the third thing is they will provide us five company name options. Now these company name options can be in English or in Arabic. Okay, but they are, if they are giving English name options, it should have a meaning in Arabic, because they're very particular in terms of the trade names. Okay, now once
Okay.
the document is submitted, so this is something that I'm talking about a single company that they're opening. For a branch and subsidiary, I'll tell you later on. Only part is the differences in terms of the documents. Rest everything remains the same. Okay, so for a single company that you're opening, the new company that you're opening, these are the documents that I told you is required. After we receive the documents, we first do the document drafting. Okay, now in terms of the document drafting, we prepare your board resolution, we prepare your application, we prepare your MOA. Now these are all things are prepared in English. Once these are prepared in English, these are converted into Arabic, these are translated into Arabic. Okay, now after the documents are drafted, then we proceed on to the MOA. Okay, so for MOA there's a signing which is done, for which the client has to travel. Okay, uh, but before that, what we do is we prepare a POA as well. So how the process works is, you can give us a POA. Let's say the investor do not want to travel, then he has to attest. He has to make a POA, which is power of attorney. He has to attest it or apostille it, and then send it to us. After that, we can do the company formation on his behalf. Otherwise, he can travel there once, because any which ways the client has to travel once for the bank account, because there will be a physical signature which will be done. So it would be better if the client can travel there once, so that we can do his code signing for the MOA, as well as we can open a bank account. Now how the process works is, so we will prepare the documents, we will make the MOA. Okay, then the client will travel to Bahrain. Now in Bahrain, before getting a license which is called as CR, commercial registration, you have to open a bank account first. Okay. Now for opening a bank account, there is a share certificate which is required. Okay. Now to get that share certificate, so how the process will work is the client will travel to Bahrain. After he's in Bahrain, we will take him to the code signing for the MOA. After that, he'll get a share certificate. That share certificate, and along with the office rental agreement, that is called as a tenancy contract or ijari, we have to submit in the bank, and then the bank account will be opened. For opening a bank account, a share capital requirement is also there. So around 5,000 Bahraini dinar, around between 3 to 5,000 Bahraini dinar. Most of the cases I've seen 5,000 Bahraini dinar. In few cases for a service based company it could be 3,000 also, but not less than that. So 3 to 5,000 is the range wherein they have to deposit the money in the bank account to open a bank account. So this the most important part is this deposit, they can't withdraw until and unless they get the CR done. Okay, once the company is formed, once the CR is done and they have got the residency, they can use this money as a capital or in the operations of the company. But before that, they cannot withdraw that. Okay, so once the bank account is open, after that, um, we submit the banks. So bank give you a letter wherein we submit it in the ministry, and then ministry issues the CR, which is called as commercial registration. Okay, now that is also called as license. Now after the license is issued, then we process for the visa. So for visa processing, the client has to again travel, because there will be a medical and biometric done for the client. In the medical, they do a basic medical. For example, they do chest x-ray and a blood test. It's a basic medical that they do. In the biometric, your retina and your fingerprint scanning is done. Once these two things are done, then you get a local ID, which is also called as Bahraini ID. Okay, which means you are a resident of Bahrain for next 2 years. You have to make a note of here, because this is important. The license will only be valid for 1 year. Okay, but the residency will be valid for 2 years. So license has to be renewed every year, and the residency has to be renewed every 2 years. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the entire gist that I have given you for the Bahrain incorporation. For in case if you're opening a new company, the only difference between a new company or a branch or a subsidiary is in the branch and subsidiary case, we have to have the attested document of the parent company's board resolution, MOA, AOA, whatever is there. So parent company's document is required to open a branch or a subsidiary. The investor has to first attest in the parent company's document in the home country from Bahrain embassy. Then they have to send it to us. We will do a MOFA registration, MOFA attestation, which is called as Ministry of Foreign Affairs attestation. Okay. So once these things are done, it takes a bit of while. It takes around 15 to 20 working days for the attestation part overall, because first the investor has to do a attestation in his home country, then he has to send us, and then we will do the attestation. Once these documents are attested, then we start with the company formation, and same the process goes the same. Only thing is the only added thing is that the parent company's document has to be attested.
Okay. And since you have mentioned that you need to have a bank account before incorporating your
Mhm.
company there, and there
Right.
is a deposit of 3,000 to 5,000 Bahraini dinar.
Yeah.
So is this deposit, it can be used in company's expenses later on, or it should just be deposited in the bank account?
No, absolutely. So see, if you compare it with the entire GCC region, only Bahrain has this feature to open a bank account first and then get a license, right?
Yes.
So for they are giving this because in the most of the GCC region, there's a lot of KYC which is done for the investors once they are opening a bank account, and this is done after the license is formed. But in Bahrain, they do the KYC first, they open the bank account, and that is why they tell you to deposit 5,000 Bahraini dinar. Now, this Bahraini dinar, 5,000 Bahraini dinar that you have deposited, this can be used later on in terms of the operating expense of the company as a capital in the company. This is not a blocked amount. This amount will only be blocked till the license is not issued and the visa processing is not done. After the license is issued, you can use that money, you can withdraw that. So, probably till, if I can give you a ballpark timeline, till 3 months, this 2 to 3 months, this amount is blocked until you get everything sorted out, and then you can use that money for the company's expenses.
Perfect, perfect. And is there any approximate timeline of the incorporation from the start till the end of the process?
Absolutely. So, in terms of the timelines, Farhan, if you talk about a branch or a subsidiary, it takes a longer timelines, approximately around 2 months of a span. In terms of a new company, if you're opening, then it takes hardly around 1 month of a timeline, 3 to 4 weeks in total to form a company there. So they are very fast in terms of the process. Unlike the other GCC region, they are very fast.
And this includes your visa also?
Yes, this includes the visa as well.
Okay, perfect. And once the company is incorporated, one visa is issued,
Mhm.
can that person also apply for dependent visas for his family? What is it?
Absolutely. So once the investor gets a investor work permit, his visa is done. He has got the work permit there uh, to regulate onto his business. Then he can apply. He can apply for the dependent visa to bring his family. So only the immediate family is allowed. That means his spouse, his kids. Only these people are allowed. That he can bring in the country, and they will also get a residency for 2 years.
Perfect, perfect. And since let's talk more about the taxation in Bahrain. I know you have given us the brief of it. Can you please
Right.
elaborate on how are the taxation structure in Bahrain is? Is it the same in other GCC nations or it has a different taxation?
Right. So majorly, Farhan, there is only one tax, which is called as value added tax. Okay, that is 10% in Bahrain. Only one tax is there. Apart from that, the major thing which most of the clients ask about the corporate tax, there is no corporate tax. It's 0%. Either you open a branch or a subsidiary or a WLL or a sole proprietor company, or if you take an activity of a trading or a service based, there is 0% corporate tax. The best part is not only corporate tax, you get the flexibility of having no corporate tax, no personal income tax. Okay. uh, and no withholding taxes. You can have 100% repatriation of the capital and profits as well. So that is the beauty of opening a company in Bahrain.
Okay. And as you told, only service-based companies can have 100% shareholding,
Yeah,
foreign shareholding in Bahrain, right?
yeah.
Okay. So, is there anything else you want to discuss about Bahrain? I think we have pretty much cleared everything.
Yeah, I think in terms of opening a company, it's a very easy process. I think people will get a fair idea of how the company incorporation is done, because mostly they are blank once they are thinking about setting up a company in Bahrain. Because in Dubai or in the other parts, you actually get a fair idea of how to set up. But in Bahrain, you need an expert like us for setting up a business, and that is where we come in to give you a hassle-free experience. So I hope the session was useful to our viewers, and looking forward to helping you out, guys. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Satyansh. It was
Thank you,
really
Varun.
nice talking to you. It was very informative. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you. Bye.